Welcome back, Raider Nation. It is the Raider D here, straight from the throes of death. If you guys haven't heard, I had a little bit of a health scare on Saturday. In fact, this has been probably one of the worst couple of weeks that I've had in my life. We lost our beloved father-in-law, my wife's father, who is the rock of the family. So we were dealing with that, and it was pretty tough. And then come Saturday, I had a crazy health scare where I had some kind of weird seizure and I fell out right behind me here on the couch. Fortunately, my wife heard me struggling for air. I ended up stopped breathing and she was able to do CPR on me. Now, they got me to the hospital. They ran a whole bunch of tests. Brain tests, heart tests, lung tests, all kinds of tests, spinal tap. And they found some white blood cells in my spinal fluid, which indicated I had some sort of a bacterial infection going on that they couldn't actually locate it exactly, but that's what they think had happened, as this bacterial infection caused some type of inflammation in my brain, and it caused me to have a seizure, which then caused me to stop breathing and almost die. But hey, the show must go on. They pumped me with every antibiotic known to man, and I am back right here in Raider D Podcast studio making content for you guys, because the show must go on. And I am feeling better. I'm not 100%. I'm about 95%. I've just been spending the past couple of days resting here at home, sleeping a lot, about 80% of the day. And I am just itching to get back to making some content for the Raider Nation. So here we go. As I was going through all of this craziness in my life over the past couple of weeks with me and my family and my health, I have been noticing some of the things that have been coming out of the OTAs, and some really cool comments coming from Gardner Minshew in regards to Aiden O'Connell and vice versa in a dual presser that the two of them did. Look at that. I mean, Gardner was still wearing his OTA's jersey, so I don't think he'd even had a chance to hit the shower yet. I think they just barely came off the field. But one of the things that was really interesting to me, and that I think that we should really highlight on, is that Gardner Minshew, when talking about Aiden O'Connell, he was saying that this dude is super accurate. And so coming from a guy who's in competition for that QB1 spot, I think Gardner Minshew is coming to the realization, because he's had a few rough days out there on OTAs. I pinpointed him not being able to hit the net on a 15-yard sideline pass as being one of those issues he's had. Now, he's had, ups and downs. Everybody has that in OTAs. That's to be expected. But who hasn't really had any downtime from all of the reports that have come out so far is Aiden O'Connell. All the reports that have come out so far, including his competition in Gardner Minshew, is that Aiden O'Connell has been laser accurate out there at OTAs. Now, granted, this is just OTAs. They ain't wearing pads. Ain't no full contact going on. So the pressure ain't fully there. But during the OTAs, they are running defensive drills, and they got guys being covered and all this stuff. And so you still got to be able to make those passes. And so far, Aiden O'Connell's been handling business. And so it's very interesting to see how Gardner Minshew seems to be in this presser kind of admitting that maybe he's fallen a little bit behind. Now, he's an ultra competitor, and he's going to continue to try and win that QB1 spot. But he has shown that he has utmost respect for Aiden O'Connell. They've already developed a really good working relationship, maybe even a friendship, because both of these guys are quality dudes. They're not super selfish guys. They're not egotistical, any of that. I mean, look, Gardner Minshew is one of the most chillax type of dudes that you could possibly get. I mean, he's like a surfer dude, a guy that hangs out in the mountains and goes hiking and whatnot. So he's not one of those dudes that's going to get super upset about things and ultra competitive to the point of just being arrogant and rude and hard to work with. No, he's a team guy. And I think he just kind of is realizing, hey, you know what? He's in a very fortunate position right now to be making at least $15 million with the Raiders. He'll probably stay for his full length of his contract for 2 years and get to work behind a young stud like Aiden O'Connell, who is up and coming pretty much out of nowhere as a 4th round draft pick. And if Aiden O'Connell can really manage this offense the way that Luke Getsy wants it, he's got that starting job pretty much wrapped up already. Now, we already knew that he had coach's confidence from the outset, even when they were, talking about going up and getting Jaden Daniels, that Jaden Daniels would still have to outplay Aiden O'Connell. In more respects than not, if we ended up with Jaden Daniels, he probably would have been the starter week 1, but who knows? He may have came in and struggled to take it to the next level right away, and they may have decided, you know what, Aiden O'Connell is a great bridge quarterback, and we're going to have him as the starter this year, and we're going to let Jaden Daniels sit for a year. Well, that didn't happen, and so now they have Gardner Minshew, and I think Gardner Minshew has kind of settled into the fact that he's going to be the backup quarterback, and he just kind of wants to make sure that he stays at least QB2, because there's 2 other young guys who are also vying for that position. And so if Gardner really struggles, he could find himself all the way down to QB3. Now, I don't think that's going to happen. Not with the type of performance that Gardner Minshew was able to put on last year with Indianapolis. Granted, he made a Pro Bowl. It was, a replacement Pro Bowl thing. And the Pro Bowl really doesn't mean a whole lot anymore. If you look at, his production, it wasn't super great. But it was adequate enough for them to win some games and almost make it to the playoffs. Of course, the same thing could be said for Aiden O'Connell, and he played less games. So with that being said, I want to know your guys' thoughts down below. Hit me in the comments and let me know how you guys feeling about Aiden O'Connell so far with the OTAs. As far as I'm concerned, I think the dude is balling out. Granted, I have been a little bit out of whack for the past week and haven't been able to keep up as much, but I'm trying to catch back up to everything else as my health is starting to improve and get back to normal. Like I said, maybe about 95% today. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off for today. Much love to you, Raider Nation, and I will see you guys in the next video.